So you want a man to do what? Pay your rent?
Yeah, and I'll pay utilities and groceries.
Paying 3,000 rent, and then I'm paying 3,000 rent for
I feel you.
That's
I
wild.
understand where you're coming from, but I require something different. If my man has his own apartment and he's paying up $2,000, I do expect him to pay my rent too. And that's just. And if he don't want to keep me around, he don't got to pay my rent. Bye.
So if you don't pay your rent, that's it. You're not together.
If you're not helping me with 90% of the things I need help with, why are you here? Because I'm like, I can do it for myself. So then why are you here? Like, you get to fuck me and not do shit? No, that's weird.
I got a question. If both parties is working, I'm talking about in a relationship, both parties working, but one side is paying all the bills, what is the other side doing with their money? I got questions, man. I got questions.
Hey, this is Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
And I got to tell you, I got questions too. I got some serious questions. Today, we're going to delve into this issue that a lot of people, especially women, just don't want to talk about or don't want to hear nothing about. And that is 50-50. Is it okay to go 50-50 in your relationship? Is it okay 60-40, 70-30? Is that okay? We're going to talk about that today.
But before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. So let's continue, shall we?
Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Rolling my trike. Here we go.
For me, it's a little unfair. Like asking someone to pay everything that you should be paying on your own. Before you enter into a relationship, you should be able to take care of yourself before, or not let other people take care of you financially. If you're married, you have to compromise. You have to set an arrangement.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that if you get in a relationship, you should be willing and able to take care of yourself, and the person you get in a relationship can add to that and should never detract from that. But you should definitely be willing and able to take care of your damn self and not be dependent or expecting someone. If you get into a relationship and you can't take on the majority of the bills and take on the majority of the responsibility financially, I think you shouldn't be in the relationship. I think you should be, one of the elements of a relationship is added responsibility. I think you have to be willing to take on that responsibility financially, emotionally, and in all those ways, and in every facet, really. So I do think as a man, you should be able to take on more responsibility, and that does, especially financially, when you get into a relationship with somebody else. That doesn't mean you have to pay for everything of hers, doesn't mean you have to take care of everything, but it does mean that you're willing to take on more responsibility, whatever you two think.
Like here in the Philippines, mostly we consider the men as the foundation or the framework of the family. That's why most relationships here in the Philippines, we tend to submit to the role of our partners, particularly the guy will take the role. And of course, if you are a working woman, you can add to that financial responsibility. So again, it depends upon the agreement of both parties as to how much are you willing to give.
How about you put in 25% of your salary and she puts in 25% of her salary? How about you do it that way? And even if you make more, you're both given the same, it's not the same monetary amount, but you're given the same amount of your salary.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, totally fair. I'm thinking, not just financially, in terms of chores, for example, it's not all about the finances. So for example, how much are you willing to do in terms of chores? For example, the other person already cooked. Why not do the...
Shit. I cook, I clean, I do laundry.
We're talking about 50-50, right? So if the other person cooked already, then you should be willing to do the dishes because the other person...
And that's a given.
Yeah.
That's a given.
When
you cook, I clean. I cook, you clean. That's a given.
And
that's
for
how
example,
it should roll.
You do the laundry, and then you will be the one, if you manually wash the clothes with your hands.
Other people don't. They don't wash their clothes
really?
manually in the U.S., baby.
Really? No washing
No,
of hands?
sweetie, we don't wash. We
Ah,
don't.
okay.
Nobody's washing their clothes manually.
Yeah. For example, like you're doing laundry or you're washing your clothes manually. Well, the other person can hang the clothes, you know?
Right. Okay. They don't hang the clothes.
Ay, they
either.
don't hang the
No,
clothes.
we have dryers. We have dryers.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. We have dryers, so we're not hanging clothes and we're not
Got
manually
it.
washing clothes and nothing like that. Yeah, we just.
We just, for me, we just maximize the sunlight here in the Philippines.
I hear you. There's a lot of sunlight, right? And it's hot as hell here. So.
I know.
But that ain't how we really get down. Got it right?
Did you get the point?
Yeah, I think we got
okay.
it. Okay. All right, let's get on to the next video.
I understand wanting to be with a man who is financially independent and responsible, so I'm absolutely not arguing that. I get it. However, I believe this idea that if a man is not paying for absolutely everything, it automatically means that he sucks, or he doesn't love you, or see you as his dream girl. I think this is just beyond. If you're both making the same amount or similar incomes, for example, how on earth could you expect your partner to pay for absolutely everything? Like, what is your money going towards? I totally understand this from the perspective of you're a stay-at-home mom and you contribute to the household in other ways that are not financially, right? But if you're a working woman making a great income, you're financially independent, you're an independent boss babe that don't need no man, how is it fair to then make someone pay for all of your stuff? And it is unrealistic to think that our partner should be funding every aspect of our lives, especially when you're not married. And I also want to make this very clear. Wanting to be with a man who is a provider is very different than just wanting a man to be your ATM. Please understand this.
I don't know who she is, but I like her. How come your money is not going into the relationship? Why is it only my money?
Mm-hmm.
So that whole thing about my money is our money and your money is your money, I'm good with that. You can miss me with all of that.
I agree. You know what struck me the most is the most of the boss chicks, what you call them?
Yeah.
Boss chicks. They consider men to be their ATM. Like, isn't it similar to being like sugar daddy?
But this is 2020. I almost said 2021. This is 2023. We ain't doing that junk no more. We ain't doing that. That's crazy.
If you have a work, if you are earning money, then why would you expect your man to pay those things that you are actually paying before he came?
Mm-hmm. Look, 50-50 is way better than 100-0.
I know, 100-0. It's like you're paying for everything, and then when a man comes into your life, he will like take in some of that responsibility, not all.
Look, he should be an asset. Both of y'all should be assets to each other.
Yeah, like for here, like personally, I grew up in a household where it's a single income family or single income household. Now, my mom, I witnessed that she would do all the house chores, and of course, that is expected of her because she's not really contributing financially to the family. But as we grow older, the demands of the finances are getting higher as well.
Right.
So that's the reason why she thought of a way on how to help with the family by selling some snacks in the afternoon. And that's the reason why we like survived, because like our allowance, we get it from our mom, because she knows that it's difficult to raise 4 kids all going to high school and elementary. Yeah, you know.
Imagine, right?
So yeah, for me, you should be at least sensitive enough to know the needs of the family and be willing to step up and help.
Help me help you. Yeah. Right? If you ain't putting in, you can get out.
I mean, I always say this in a lot of our videos. You cannot give what you don't have. So don't, just like what you said, don't ask for a traditional man or traditional values, or you treated to be traditional if you're not a traditional woman yourself.
You have to be treated.
Treated.
That's what right?
Filipino accent.
Right. Yeah. Treated. Right.
Because women think that since they have the coochie, they have the power over men. So
that's men that haven't had a lot of coochie.
Yeah. So that's what I think, that I can offer you love that you cannot get anywhere else. I can offer you coochie, and then
So what do I always say? That carefully. Find the partner who really wants to make a relationship work. That's what I say.
Let's get it.
Next video.
My mother been married 22 years now.
22
My
years.
stepfather has no issue with digging in his pocket anytime my mother say, hey, Wendell, can I get this? He don't have a problem. However, that's because when my stepfather come home, he don't touch nothing. There's food at the table. It's warm. She treats him like a husband.
Just how I said, that's how it works together.
Exactly. But nowadays, women just think that, hell no. If you f me, all I got to do is f you. That's it. That's what a lot of women think. I'm cute. I got a pretty face. All I got to do is f you. That's it. And I'm going to get that. But then you want to be treated like a wife. You can't have that. As far as paying the bills, that shit needs to solely be for the woman who helps provide and do all of that stuff for you too, because you confuse a lot of these girls out here thinking that all I got to do is f them. Because like you say, you f them and I get my bills paid.
Right. That's what you just said, right?
I know, right?
But this is the 21st century. This is 2023. That shit ain't happening no more.
For me, I'm just so lucky because I have this role model of how to treat your man properly. Like, for example, since I mentioned earlier that my mom is a full-time mom, stay-at-home mom, and then she's willing to provide everything or do everything in the house. So when I remember when my dad comes home, or when he goes to work every morning, the coffee is already ready, the clothes are already ironed, and then when he comes home, there's a home-cooked meal waiting for him, you know? So that is your responsibility. If you're a stay-at-home mom, then be willing to put in all the effort because you know you cannot contribute financially, then take care of your man. That's what you can do.
How are you talking about I don't want to cook? I don't want to clean. What are you doing? I'm just going to give you coochie and I'm beautiful and that should be enough for you. That used to be, for some suckers, that used to be okay.
Not okay.
Actually, you know what? For some suckers, it's still okay. For some simps and some suckers, because there always exist, it's still okay. But for those men out there that are high value men, or those men out there that know better now, they're getting educated and men are stopping. Men ain't doing that no more. You got to provide value to a relationship now. Period. That's what it is. All right. I think we only got 1 or 2 clips left. Let's get through this next clip.
When you have a one-income household, 9 times out of 10, this person is working their ass off to provide for this one-income household. So what's going to happen? He's not in the house all the time. So what's going to happen? A woman is going to say, oh, I feel like he doesn't treat me like I'm special. He's not addressing my needs. Now what's going to happen? She don't want to have sex. Now what's going to happen? He's going to start cheating. Now we have infidelity issues. Now we have an unhappy marriage. This is foolish. And even all that aside, I don't feel comfortable having to go to my man and say, yo, can I have some money for deodorant?
That's it.
I can't do it. Yo, can I have some money for tampons? I can't do it. Like, to be that dependent on someone, like, bro, if you want to be a child all your life, just say that. Like, it's nothing wrong with being taken care of. There's nothing wrong with being well kept. But having your person take care of you, like, just as a one-income household is just an ideal that I feel like we don't need anymore.
To live a comfortable lifestyle, to live, I'm not saying just to be poor, because you probably could live on one income and get by, right? And get by.
Be frugal.
Yeah, be frugal and get by. But I'm talking about having a comfortable lifestyle. You need 2 incomes. You really need 2 incomes to do that. So I just think that whole thing is played.
Yeah. When the women feel neglected with a single income household, because you have to understand, just like what she said, the man is working.
He's working.
He's
right?
working.
He's putting in 10 to 12.
I know.
14 hours a day sometimes.
And then you're going, when he goes home, oh, you don't have time for me anymore.
He doesn't pay attention to me.
We have to understand that he is tired of working, and at least provide him something when he goes home. At least give him a little foot massage or a back massage when he goes home. At least a little gesture that would really, make your man feel appreciated.
Anyway, next clip.
Yeah, next clip.
Okay. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when you don't bring nothing to the table. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when all you do is sleep and do your makeup and shower 4 times a week. You don't get to pick a bill when your ass don't go to the gym. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when you aren't top notch. And to be top notch is not birth-given looks. It's applied effort. To be top notch means you get your ass up and you work and you get your own bag first. To tell a man to pick a bill is like, hey, I got this shit under control over here. Everything on my end is good. So if you want to come eat where it's good, if you want to come be where it's good, you got to pick a bill. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill if you're a broke woman. If you're a lazy woman, if your mentality is trash, you can't hold a conversation because you don't read books. I'm going to say it in every video. You ain't ever read a book. You don't get to tell a man to pick a bill when your wallet is flat.
I mean, I don't know how much more clear that could be, right? You get your own bag. Don't wait for a man at the finish line, right? Don't wait for a man when he's made it.
How do you feel when a woman would like say, like, for example, you're in a restaurant or in a mall, or like, for example, paying a bill or water bill, electric bill, and then your woman will tell you, don't worry, baby, I got it.
Shoot. Hell yeah, I feel good. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel like she appreciates the effort that I'm putting into the relationship. And she's telling me, look, I want to put in too. I want to relieve the burden off of you.
Like, for example, when your man paid for the meal, why not offer something like dessert? Or
like to pay for the dessert?
Pay for the dessert. Or you're thinking about a different dessert.
No, come on, man. Come on. I'm not talking about that.
What you gonna do with the dessert?
Yeah, hey, if I get the dessert, I want dessert, right? With whipped cream too.
Whipped cream.
It's easy. We need both parties to put in. We need both parties to get it done, and I think that's how it's going to be moving forward.
Relationship is hard work.
Hard work.
You know, you don't just stay in a relationship when it's something good in it.
She ain't even my girlfriend. Sometimes I want to choke her. I'm just saying. Yeah, not that way. I'm talking about like I'm frustrated with you. I don't mean choke you like you like to choke you.
Like the
last video, like the toxic video. No, not like that.
I like to choke.
I like him to choke me, yeah.
And then put me against the wall.
Leave your comments below. Let us know how you feel.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push that notification bell so you'll get updated of our latest videos.
Yeah, when the next one pops off, you'll be right on top of it. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget to let us know what you think. I cannot wait to read the comments because I want to know what you guys think.
Yeah. Cheng here.
Richie Rich.
Out.
Deuces.